Live, 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 live. We're live. Welcome, 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 welcome to the live. We're a few seconds early. I hope that doesn't break anyone's heart.
You break my heart, wifey. Ooh.
Unbreak my heart.
Say you love me.
Jesus Christ.
You're what's her face? Braxton, Tony Braxton. Hey, Rogue. Hey, Lorna.
Hey, ladies.
You guys are right on the money. You know what time to show up when we blow up at the 7 o'clock. Woo! Party.
Party.
In the USA.
Not in the Australia. Samantha. James, I have to show you something I got yesterday. I went to this place in Cincinnati called Jungle Gyms, and it's this grocery store that's got all different stuff from all over the world.
Yeah.
And I got this.
Beautiful. Love some Daryl Lee. Daryl Lee's the good shit.
It's really, really good.
I know. Daryl Lee is some of the best licorice.
I don't even know how much it was. We were just buying stuff. Whatever we wanted, we just got.
I mean, those bags are usually like $4 or $5 each in Australia. So
I'm sure it was at least $3 or $4. I'm sure, but these are so good.
I know Daryl Lee's a good brand when it comes to the licorice. They also make a lot of really nice chocolates as well.
They had several of the different flavors of licorice, but I had to go for red because
they make green apple.
Well, I don't think they have green apple. Hey, Tish. Thanks for the thumbs up reminder, because I got the red because Joe can't have the red.
Some of the Australian stuff I can because they don't put dyes in it.
Well, that's cool. I think you can this one because it says plant-based. I don't know.
Yeah, if it's from the Australia, we usually do no artificial colours, no artificial flavours, no artificial sweeteners. It's just normal.
Right.
And it's like, but it still tastes amazing.
It tastes better than Twizzlers.
Yay.
Yeah, and because I've got Twizzlers over here too. And
I love the texture of the Daryl Lee licorice as well. It's not like gummy like how some licorice can be and almost like hard to chew through. It's very soft.
Yeah, it's very soft and very pliable and delicious in my mouth. I might pop a piece in just so I can chew for everyone.
Oh, give us
show off on my mouth skills.
Oh, love it when you show off the mouth skills, wifey.
The mouth skills, including chewing.
What's that mouth do, though?
Some people call it mastication.
Look at what Tish did.
Oh my God, Tish, thank you. I haven't had a super sticker in a really long time. I feel good now.
Super.
Thanks,
Yay.
that's awesome. I'm good, Samantha. How are you? How is everybody? How is everybody doing? I really need to know. Rogue, you doing all right? Lorna, you okay? How's your mama, Lorna? How's Samantha? How's them pups? What's up with
How's your
Chit?
mama and them?
That's right. How's your mom and them? Over yonder.
Give us all the goss.
Give us all the deets.
Oh, Samantha.
Samantha, thank you. That is so thoughtful. Thank you, babe. Woo! Yay! Rogue's alive. Number 5's alive.
I felt that.
That's all I remember from that movie. Johnny 5 alive. That's really old.
Hey, Ashley.
Oh, we said it at the same time. Jinx, Yogi. I'm into diet. I'm into Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar now.
Is it good?
It's better than Diet Dr. Pepper, which is amazing. Ooh, meal prep and breakfast bowls. That's awesome, Lorna. How's Miss Ashley Marie? And if you see the title today, it's Too Dang Hot.
Yeah.
I ran 3 errands and I busted out a sweat, and I was only outside for seconds at a time.
Yeah, when I went to the mailbox, coming back, I was like, oh my God, I'm sweating.
Yeah, I haven't been sweaty like that in a long time. It was just too dang hot. And I'm sure it's too dang hot in lots of places. Saturday, you cut your lawn. Oh, Saturday, I cut my own.
I think she cut her hair Saturday.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
think.
Yeah, I remember she was saying she was talking about she cut her own hair.
I wonder did it turn out good?
Yeah, she said it turned out fine considering, she doesn't have full vision and did it herself.
Right. That's really good.
What are you putting in the breakfast bowls, Lorna?
That's right. What is for breakfast with Mama?
I just love egg.
Mama, what's for
Always
breakfast?
Egg.
Maybe some bacon.
Or sausage.
Oh, I love sausage. I hear James likes sausage too.
I like full English breakfast, which is all sorts of stuffs.
I like a fully English breakfast, but no beans.
Nah, the beans, the best part. The beans with the egg and bacon and the hash brown. You're probably not having correct beans, so if you have the proper Heinz beans.
I've had English breakfast in England and in Ireland.
So you not using the good beans, sadly, then.
Oh,
Heinz beans or nothing. Heinz beans or nothing.
Ooh, Tish, what's in your healthy snack bags? Healthy is good. So at Jungle Gyms, we bought all kinds of delicious delicacies from around the world.
Yay.
Oh, delicious.
Yes, it was very fun.
Oh, that sounds amazing, Lorna.
Oh, that sounds really good, girl.
Yum.
I want a breakfast bowl for dinner. For dinner.
It's chicken and waffle day, so we're going to Slim Chickens after this.
You're going to do what to chickens?
It's chicken and waffle day. Like, you know how every day is a holiday now?
Yeah.
So Slim Chickens is having their chicken and waffle for $6.
That's awesome.
So that's what we're going to do.
That sounds fantastic.
I love chicken and waffles.
I knew it was waffle day. I didn't know it was chicken and waffle day.
I love chicken and waffles.
I love chicken and I love waffles. So I would probably like chicken.
They're so good together.
Waffles. What kind of chicken?
Fried.
Like fried breast, fried wings, fried tenders?
It's fried tenders there. I like it best when it's fried chicken on the bone with waffles.
Right, that sounds good.
Mmm.
Oh, Ashley, you need to be eating. I don't know what time it is where you are, Ashley, but that sounds like a long time ago. I don't know if there's any correct beans for me, though, Rogue, because I don't like baked beans.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know if there would ever be a correct bean for me to eat. I'm sorry. I like black beans and pinto beans, and I like beans and chili, but I don't like pinto bean soup or navy bean soup. I don't like bean soup unless it's chili. Or black bean soup is delicious.
Yeah.
That's good. 8 p.m. where you are. Okay. So you
need to eat.
You do need to eat. I got some new trivia cards in my FabFitFun box.
Oh, yay.
Ooh.
And they're food and drink trivias.
Trivia.
I didn't even know you could get those in your box.
Yeah, it was one of the options. I was like, trivia. Maybe I'll get those cards in a minute. I still have lots of weird weird trivia still. We haven't done trivia in a long time.
Trivia.
Trivia. Trivia.
Trivia.
Trivia. A friend of mine recommended that I start doing like trivia or like crossword puzzles or some kind of app on my phone to get my brain working to help my memory because my memory's so bad.
Yeah.
There's always jelly beans. Blah! Only if they're jelly bellies. That's right, Ashley. We're all your moms. Somebody needs to bring you should have one of those a million children bring you like a fruit roll up or something, Ashley.
Yeah.
Some animal crackers or something.
Yeah. Tell them children to get you something.
That's right. They know how to make a peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time with a baseball bat. Ew. Oh, you ordered food? That's good. That's awesome. Ordering food is delicious. Of course, Jelly Belly jelly beans, because they are the best.
Jelly Belly.
Jelly Belly. What flavors of Jelly Bellies do you guys like?
Oh, before I was allergic to red, I love the strawberries and cream. Yum.
Ooh, I love the popcorn ones.
I think I liked that one. I think I did.
Apple forever and always.
Apple. You're not allowed to use any flavors to cook. I believe that, Ashley.
Green apple.
Green apple. I like a lot of them. Did you guys ever eat the Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Me too, Samantha. With the Harry Potter, what are they called? The something.
Burt's every flavor beans.
Yes, Burt's every flavor beans. I had the earwax one once.
Yuck.
I think I had the vomit one once too.
I never actually found them to be like that bad. They were bad, but they weren't like horrible. They were interesting. They were fun. I got them from Movie World here in Australia.
Movie World.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
It's a weird place. It's kind of like Disneyland, but not Disneyland, and they have all these different franchises of different movies that aren't in the Disney thing, and it's basically like Disney but for not Disney movies.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know how else to explain it other than that.
So it's just like an over-the-top movie-themed place.
Yeah, pretty much, but it's all like official franchises and stuff. It's just
that's great.
Yeah, that's why it's like Disney World but not Disney.
Oh, wow. Raspberry and coconut, says Rogue. And she went to the Jelly Belly factory in Wisconsin. That's cool. I should do a Harry Potter themed collaboration. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to even do that.
I did a Harry Potter themed makeup look years ago. I don't even know if I'd be able to find it. I drew Voldemort's wand on my eyeball. That thing that's on my arm, I drew that on my face.
That's cool. I would have to do like a golden snitch look or something.
I did a look that was basically a Vada Kedavra on my eyeball.
I did a look that was basically science.
Basically kill people. Death, murder.
Oh, wow. Ashley used to live an hour away from the Jelly Belly factory. That's cool. That's cool. I live like 15 minutes from the Louisville Slugger baseball bat museum and factory.
Oh my God, I'd have to scroll long to draw.
House colors are just inspiration from Harry Potter. That's a good idea, Samantha. I've never started my own collaboration. I've only been a part of other people's collaborations.
Yeah.
There's so much you can do with it too.
Collabs are a lot of work.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What, buddy?
Do them and stuff. What is your kitty saying?
He says he's hungry, but it's not time.
He's not really hungry. He's just wanting to eat out of boredom.
Yeah. Go play.
No.
Telling my cats to go play, they're like, Fuck you, Mom.
It doesn't really go as according to plan in that case.
Oh, maybe, Samantha. I was going to quit my little part-time job, but since we changed my schedule around and I'm going to work less hours. I'm going to keep working.
Yay.
Which I'm glad about.
Yeah. And I just let my manager know today. And so I'm going to keep my little part-time job because it's not a bad job and I can do it. It just, I was just having a lot of hours and it was really hard on me. 5 minutes, Rogue, from the Cadbury Chocolate Factory. You must have smelled chocolate all the time. Thanks, Samantha. Yeah, just for a while. I don't know how long I'm going to do it, but I just have got a lot of content together today. I'm really excited. The last few days I've been getting a lot of content ready. I've got lots of fun stuff coming up. So another mystery box.
Yay.
I got my FabFitFun. I've got international box tomorrow from Treats with me and Rome, and it's for Turkey.
Yay.
So if you like me and Rome doing videos together and watching us eat food and chit chat, then you're in luck tomorrow. It's going to be a good one. It's a really good box too.
Yay.
It's fantastic. Fantastic. So yesterday, let me tell you guys a little bit about old Rondi. Old Rondi has been in about 10 different car wrecks. Some have led to hospitalizations and reconstructive surgery when I was a child, to just fender benders and hurting my knee and having to get knee surgery and just all kinds of stuff. And I used to be terrified to ride in cars. For 11 years, I had trouble riding cars. I would have panic attacks and freaking out and stuff. And then about in 2019, I got better and I got my license again after 11 years of not driving. And so yesterday, Rome and I were driving to Cincinnati to Jungle Gyms. And I had a panic attack while I was driving on the highway going 80 miles an hour. And there was a semi on one side of me, a rock wall on the other side of me. And I just got struck with a panic attack. And I had to keep driving because you can't just stop going 80 miles an hour in the left lane. And it was really scary. And I don't know if it was just feeling closed in traffic-wise, because there was a car in front of me, and I don't get nervous around trucks anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was a combination of all that together, but it scared me to death. It was scary to be in the middle of driving, going so fast.
Oh, yeah.
I found my eyeball where I drew Voldemort's wand on my face. Eyeball.
Oh, that's really beautiful.
Took me a bit, but there we go.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have ever had a panic attack.
Yeah, they are not fun.
Or whatever. It's just, it was really disturbing to me. And now I've got to figure out, why I had it.
Yeah.
The last time I had a panic attack, it was this weird video that was going around on Twitter of essentially it was this music being played and it was footage of someone cutting their arm open purposely and
God.
Essentially from there to there, the whole thing blew. It was pretty brutal visually. And for I'm fine with gore and all that stuff. Apparently, at that time, that just did something to me, and I had a full blown panic attack to the point I almost passed out. Had to lay on the ground just to almost literally ground myself. And I remember I ended up telling Joe, "Don't go on don't go on Twitter right now. Stay clear of it because people were purposely posting it underneath people's random comments and stuff on Twitter because the video itself went for almost 30 seconds before anything happened. So it was really hard to actually do anything against the video because you'd have to watch the full thing to realize what it is, because the first 20 or so seconds was just meaningless other stuff, and then suddenly it would cut to that footage of someone just slicing their arm open.
That makes me sick to my stomach and lightheaded just thinking about it.
Yeah, people just do it just to trigger and upset people online purposely. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Samantha, I could understand that. Oh, Rogue, that's awful. Panic attacks are just the worst.
Yeah.
And I had to be able to find a place to, get off the highway so Rome could drive. Because Rome's a professional truck driver, so.
Right.
But the rest of the day, I'd be still nervous about the semis and stuff.
I know it's not obviously the same thing, but my stepdad had a mole removed, has just a check to see if it was cancerous or not. And while they were on the highway driving home, he just suddenly passed out while they're in the middle of the highway in traffic.
Oh, gosh.
So my mum had to pull the car over in the passenger seat while he's just passed the fuck out.
Oh, no.
God.
Yeah, luckily it went fine and she was able to do it. And she was luckily enough able to get it all sorted. But I can't imagine just suddenly, the driver of the car passes out. And you're in the highway of all places.
Oh my God, that makes me so anxious just thinking about that.
Yeah.
All I can see is fiery car crash.
Yeah.
I know, right? No, my mum was very lucky. She's especially in certain scenarios, she doesn't handle that stress that well. If it's anything to do with cuts or blood, she freezes up. I remember one time we had gotten home from grocery shopping, and you know how sometimes you just get a little vessel in the eye and it's nothing serious?
Yeah.
She had that happen once, and I just saw it, and I had to stop her from having a panic attack. And I'm like a 12, 13-year-old child. She's freaking the fuck out.
Right.
And, she ended up getting my stepdad to leave a job early and take her to the hospital because she was that freaked out by it, and there was nothing they could do because it's just a little blood vessel that sometimes will pop in the eye. But yeah, she had a meltdown over that. There's been a couple of times where she's been cooking something and she'll lightly slice her finger open, and all I just see is her massive wide eyes, thumb in mouth or wherever, sucking it, and she's just sitting there and can't move. It almost is she freaks out, can't do anything.
Wow. Yeah, Ashley can't go into a mall without having a panic attack because she saw a shooting in a mall.
It
was this year. It was even this year. So she's got the PTSD for that for reals.
Yeah, sadly, it's a thing. Not fun.
No, I can't imagine seeing a shooting in person. That would be terrible.
I've never seen that. I've witnessed someone's kneecap explode in person. That was fucked. Yeah.
I don't even know what that. I don't want to know what that looks like.
No, it wasn't pretty, but basically the kid had just finished knee reconstruction surgery. It was at school. They had there used to be a star picket fence along this border, and they had removed all of the star pickets except for one, and they just hammered it flat, and the kids didn't realize it. Were doing backflips out of trees, and this kid just landed his knee perfectly on the thing. People apparently heard the pop almost a mile away. His knee went bang.
Oh my God. Oh, I can't even think about it.
Yeah. That was a day.
No kidding.
All of the kids, pretty much everyone except me, were running away, literally crying and vomiting, mass vomiting, running away because we've just seen that shit happen. Right. I don't know. I found it fascinating. I wanted to see more. I wasn't allowed near. I found the kneecap on the ground. Yeah. It was brutal.
Ugh, that's awful. And I know how much that could have hurt because I had knee replacement, and it's really very painful.
Yeah, I could not imagine the pain of it, but yeah, quite literally his kneecap exploded out of his leg. There's no way of putting it. It was.
Yeah, Samantha says marijuana should be legal worldwide, and marijuana is good for some people, but not everybody can handle marijuana. So,
definitely, like most things, it's a use case by case basis.
Yeah, but for those of us who can't smoke marijuana or drink or I mean, I can take a Benadryl.
Would you ever consider edibles only for medicinal sake and not just for like getting high? Or even like CBD or anything like that with just...
Well, CBD, I don't have a problem with CBD because it doesn't have the THC in it. If my chronic pain was so bad that nothing else was working, I would consider it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know you can get creams where it like absorbs through the skin, and that can be beneficial too. You know how you can get like topical type ointments.
Right. We've got some CBD ointment that Rome uses on his heel every day, and he definitely it definitely helps his pain with that. And he's been using that for over a year, and we just bumped up the milligrams on it to 50 milligrams or so. I don't know, but we went from like 30 milligrams to 50 milligrams of CBD for him, and I didn't get that much results from it, but it helped. And once again, it all depends on the brand and the strength and the person and it's not an exact science, but I definitely see how it helps a lot of people.
Yeah. And I mean, there's also many other benefits that go alongside it because you can equally still use the actual plant matter itself for other applications.
Oh, yeah. And hemp is fantastic and can replace almost everything in the world. Clothes, paper, you can make everything out of hemp.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Rogue got hit by a car going 60 kilometers an hour, and she smashed a headlight and front grill. Oh my God, girl.
To be, what, like 40-ish miles an hour? Something like that?
That's really fast.
Yeah.
I don't want to get hit by a car going any miles an hour. Oh, I bet. Oh, you poor thing. You've been through so much, Rogue.
Yeah, I was close. 37 miles roughly per hour. So yeah, that. It took an unexpected flying lesson. That's one way of looking at it. Been there.
Well, one of the last wreck I was in, I got hit on the passenger side of a car, and I had to have knee surgery, and that was awful. Well, that's good, Samantha. Having a brownie or cookie, then to deal with pills and side effects. That's awesome.
Yeah. I can definitely understand that mentality for some people where after years of trying different things, they've just found that weed helps a lot better, and I can understand that mentality. I'd rather have a plant than just be shoving all of these synthetic pills into me.
Yeah.
If it works for you, and that's that point.
Right. Yeah, because, everybody's different, and, some people can handle stuff like somebody I work with, he tells me about his edibles all the time. And he told me that he took an edible that was bigger than he intended to take, and he was like fucked up all week.
Been there.
Like he was like a whole weekend of fucked up from one edible.
It can do that if you don't dose correctly, or you are thinking you're giving yourself one certain amount and you give yourself a lot more. Yeah, you can pay for it.
Yeah, he definitely, I mean, he was, I guess he was happy about it. I don't know.
I've had those moments. I remember one time I made a big batch of like beef stroganoff as like an edible. Because I just had like coconut oil with THC and stuff in it. And I had one serving of the bowl, didn't feel anything for 30 minutes. Had another serving, still didn't feel anything. And I was just about to be picked up by a friend and taken to their place to hang out for the night. And I had like a little bit more just to see if maybe that's what I need. And then I made that rookie mistake. Everything hit all at once while I was driving to my friend's place. And once we got there, I spent a good 30 minutes just sitting on the couch, giggling, holding a pillow that's covered in sequins, just be like, ha, ha,
ha. That's right, Rogue. You're still here to entertain the world, and we're very grateful for it.
Mm-hmm.
Very grateful for it. But yeah, I mean, back in my day that I did do drugs, you know, I had consequences of taking too much of things and it giving me effects that I did not. Somebody said, just do a tiny bit. And I did. I think it was, I don't know what, I think it was MDMA. And I was like, luckily 2 guys that I didn't even know that well hung out with me to make sure I was okay. Because I was just like, I didn't even feel like a human anymore.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. There was a point in time years and years ago, we've talked about it. I had my own moment of fuckery with drugs, and there was a stage where I was taking MDMA pretty much daily for a couple of months straight. But I had the opposite of, I was not feeling anything at all inside. Like, my mental health was just fucked. And I was just doing all of these destructive things to try and feel something, and I was finding that a lot of that was making me feel something. So I just kept on going back and back and back. But no, not for me anymore. But,
right.
But MDMA was I've done cray stuff. Should be dead, truly, but
I know we should be dead, but we're still here. But we're still here, damn it.
Well, it's like I've mixed all the things you shouldn't mix and all sorts. I've had weed, alcohol, cocaine, meth, MDMA all in one night before. Got fucked up real bad.
Yeah, I would think so. That's the when you're trying to do the better living through chemistry and it doesn't quite work out the way you want. You keep tweaking. You keep tweaking the formula, and
yeah.
Essentially, you usually don't get what could be called an ego death with all that stuff. It's usually with things like LSD and magic mushrooms, but I essentially had a kind of ego death over time with everything just in my body all at once. I was just like at this point of like, nah, I'm gone. But it got me to where I am now, and I don't participate in any of that anymore, and I have no inclination or want to, and I can at least give a truthful, honest answer with experience about that type of use of drugs and illicit substances.
Right. And Ashley says she's allergic to pain meds and she just deals with it now. She has a high pain tolerance after 2 back surgeries. That's one thing that I don't know that I would ever have at this point in my life is back surgery. If I could have it, I don't know that I would, because right now it's manageable.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. It's like, is it even worth trying to see if it, and have the potential of making it worse?
Right.
Or giving yourself other things you have to deal with. At least you've gotten to a manageable, you're used to this type area.
Yeah, I mean, and it has peaks and valleys, and sometimes it's real intense and horrible for long periods of time. But sometimes it's just intense for a little bit, and it all just, it's different every day depending on what I do or don't do.
You know, actually, I also understand the thing with like pain meds. Of all things, I'm also allergic to all the antihistamine tablets I've tried thus far. So even like name brand ones. Antihistamine, if you don't know, is like what you take when you have allergic reactions or like allergies in general. Antihistamines can help with your immune response. But apparently I'm allergic to the immune response helper.
That's so awful. I think I would die if I didn't have allergy meds.
Yeah,
But
so no antihistamines for me. It makes me really sick and vomit and all sorts.
that's awful. Ashley said in high school she had a 53-degree back curve, and she didn't have. Well, of course you didn't have a choice since you were practically bent over. I don't even know. That just sounds just horrible.
That's pretty severe.
Yeah, definitely. But you're functioning and you're able to do a lot of things and have kids and have a big family and be a successful medical practitioner. Yeah, do not recommend. Oh my gosh, the car broke Rogue's pelvis in 2 places and it still gives her problems. That's awful.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Mind you, thinking of all the dumb things that I've done and all the injuries that I've sustained, I've never broken a bone.
Oh, I've broken. I've had every part of my body x-rayed, scanned, MRI'd, or CAT scanned. Everything has been one of those things at least.
I just dislocate. I don't break. I dislocate.
Well, I think that's probably just as bad sometimes.
Yeah, it hurts, but it also means I just dislocate randomly while trying to exist. Like the amount of times I've even been on the phone with Joe, my leg just pops out.
Yeah, that's got to be really awful.
I've
Rogue is also
used to
allergic. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I just said I've gotten used to it. You know how I'm sure you understand. You get to a point where the pain, you don't even say ow or anything like that anymore. It's
right.
Just flies.
And Rogue's allergic to antihistamines too.
Hell yeah! I don't know why our body's dumb like that, but yay!
Yeah, soft hugs for everybody, Samantha. And Ashley's broken so many bones. She was a little daredevil. She is a little daredevil still.
I was so lucky. I was a daredevil. I did everything, but I only broke toes and fingers.
Wow, that's amazing. But those
I
still
was lucky.
They still hurt like a son of a bitch, especially toes.
Yeah, but I didn't. I mean, some of the stuff I did, I should have. Well, I shouldn't even be here. I mean, I did some dumb shit because my brothers were older than me and they got to do the cool stuff, so I was going to do the cool stuff, Right. Oh, we did some dumb stuff.
What's the dumbest thing you ever did, Joe?
For the age, probably me and my brother convincing each other to get on the roof and throw a dummy off the other side on Halloween because the roof was like this. And I ran up the other side and he threw the dummy over like I fell.
Oh my God, that must have terrified somebody.
This little boy, Sam, I'll never forget, he peed himself.
Oh.
My mom whooped my butt. Oh my God, she was so mad.
Oh,
and all the stuff we did in 4-wheelers and 3-wheelers and getting on horses that wouldn't broke yet. Oh my God, we did the stuff, man.
Oh my God, Samantha fell off a 27-foot barn onto her head. That's insane.
How you live.
But it also explains a lot about you, Samantha. We knew you weren't quite right, but we like it just the same. And Ashley used to get on the roof and jump off the trampoline and flip into the pool. Damn.
Now, we used to do that at my friend's house, actually. That's actually kind of scary, but my friend, he hit the edge in between he hit his pee-pee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure, Samantha. I'm sure it's not the first time you heard that.
Oh, shit.
Rogue, yeah, they're offering you Benadryl. That's no bueno. That's no bueno.
The dumbest thing I've done, I'd played chicken with a train on a motorbike once, and the first time trying to get off the tracks, my bike couldn't get off the track.
That's generally how people die, so I'm glad that you die. When you play Beat the train often wins. Like I've had friends who are train conductors, and part of their job they just assume that they're going to kill somebody while they're driving the locomotive eventually in their career, if not more than once.
I was a dumb child and we were in the desert in Western Australia, so it would have been even worse for me because, we're in the middle of quite literal bumfuck nowhere. And another dumb thing I did at the same age with my friends that were more so family at the time that were my age as well, that we did for fun. We'd grab snakes and all that with our bare hands to see who could catch the most.
Wow.
Because why not?
And not rat snakes. They call it stupid snakes.
Like dangerous, poisonous snakes?
Yeah. We also would grab like blue tongue lizards. We'd try and grab all the different little buggies and stuff like that. And I'm talking about Australia has like centipedes that hunt snakes, that type of thing.
Right.
So we have cray bugs.
Yeah. Yeah, we all know about the demon
the demon
varieties
spawn that are Australian
Australia.
Bugs. Oh, shit.
And Ashley says she was a gymnast and did motocross as well. No fear. She did so much dumb shit. I'm sure.
I did some of the gymnast stuff. I was not in the motocross, although my mom would say we did a bunch of motocross in the woods.
Well, I learned how to ride a motorbike from my neighbour who professionally did motocross since the age of 3 in Australia. So we were a bit dumb and reckless. I mean, that equated with me playing chicken with a train. Never again.
Right.
I will say, I'm not scared of much. But because of some of the stuff we did, I will not get on a motorbike anymore. Absolutely not. And I won't let Jason.
I'm too chicken to ride on. Last time I rode on a motorcycle was the last time I rode on a motorcycle because it was just too terrifying.
I won't do it again. We messed up. So we had so much road rash, and I lost 4 teeth. And oh my God! I mean, fuck that now.
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't do any of that myself as well on a bike.
I don't know how I didn't break an arm on a bike.
That's pretty impressive. I've only broken my arm once, knock on wood, and I do have a wooden table next to me. I was running in the house and we had really thick shag carpet. It was the 70s. And I was running and I tripped and I fell and I broke my arm on the carpet.
That was some mean ass carpet, man.
Mean ass 1970s shades of green shag carpet like in a movie.
That's just mean. That's just messed up.
Yeah, Ashley, I bet you had to leave your bikes at your stepmom's.
I think the worst I did on my bike, there were all of these sand dunes near where I grew up in the desert in Western Australia. And they were man-made sand dunes, not actual normal sand dunes. And I tried to go up one of them, but I went at too much of an angle and I slid down the whole thing with the exhaust laying on my leg, and I burnt the whole side of my lower leg.
Wow. And rode a Harley. Last time I rode a bike, It was a Harley. It was terrifying.
I had a Yamaha.
I was in my 20s and
Yeah, all of our friends are bikers. Every single one of them. My mom, it tickles her because they're all rough-looking bikers.
They're probably big teddy bears.
Oh, yeah. Every one of them is a big-ass teddy bear. Some of them have a little bit of ugly mouth, but so do I. You know?
Right.
But they try all the time. I won't do it. I don't give a damn if you have been riding 40 years. Fuck you. I ain't getting on a bike again.
Oh my God, my friend Amy Hurst is here from my real life, not just my online life. She's breaking the fourth wall. She's bringing like real world into my cyber world. Amy, we're talking about things you've done. And Samantha impaled herself by the belly button on a barbed wire fence while riding a bicycle. Yuck. That sounds awful.
Amy, I've dislocated my pinky too. I used to work at McDonald's, and as I was grabbing some of the trays for like an in-house order, I smacked my pinky on the the holder of the actual like trays, and my pinky had popped out and was laying flat on the side of my hand, poking out that way. And the worst part is I'm still on the floor, so I smacked my finger back into place and continued working.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'm used to the dislocation.
I broke my finger playing flag football, where, James, I don't know if you guys have flag football. It's like our American football, and you have these a belt on that has Velcro and these little flags attached by Velcro. And I went to grab a flag off of somebody, and I caught the hem of their shirt with my index finger, and I pulled real hard, and I broke my finger on the hem of someone's shirt.
Oh, that's a shitty way to do it too.
Yeah, I broke my finger in a blanket. It makes you feel really dumb.
Oh my God. Yeah, that is awful. And Samantha has a harpoon-shaped scar on top of her belly button.
That is kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. I mean, scars are cool. I mean, I've got a giant scar here on my shoulder, and I had a lipoma, which is a fat cell that goes crazy, and it was the size of a grapefruit, and they had to take it out of my chest.
I only have little scars on my fingers from doing dumb things. Like I've got a scar. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it, but it's on the end of this finger. It goes from about halfway there all the way into my nail bed. I was trying to get the seed out of an avocado, and I'm left-handed, and I did a dumb, and I decided to use my right hand with the knife instead of my left hand, and I literally impaled the knife into my finger.
Oh, yuck. Yuck. Oh,
I know, Rogue. It was a mean blanket. It got twisted, and when I tried to get it off, I felt it, and then I was so mad.
And Amy's had some close calls with fist bumping. Pew, 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 pew.
That weird little tight, lumpy scar that's there?
Yeah.
That was caused by a swing set. I was pushing a friend on a swing, and my hand got caught on the rusty nail that was holding the swing on by the chain, ripped right through the side of my hand.
Yeah, I've stepped on a rusty nail before, a long rusty nail, and we was poked, so I couldn't get a tetanus shot.
Yeah, the one that makes me sad.
We prayed over it. We did.
Oh God!
Ooh, heal my baby.
No. One I sadly can't show you. I burnt all the skin on this hand before. I grabbed a hot plate after my mum had finished cooking with it, and I wasn't thinking. And you can see the skin has been like partially melted. You know how you have normal lines in your hand and stuff,
right?
And then the texture of burnt flesh,
right?
It's a mixture of that on my palm now, all over the palm.
That's gross. And Amy got a rusty swing set. Ty got her, and Ashley, when she was 6, fell off the swing set and broke her arm. That's pretty average. That's not too terrible.
I also have no sensation in my right kneecap. When I was younger, I was riding a bike and I went around a corner too fast and there was loose gravel and I slid for a good 30, 40 meters on my leg, and I removed all the skin on my leg, and now I can actually pull on the hairs that are in my kneecap and I've actually shoved needles into it. Don't feel anything.
Blah, blah, blah.
I've done some dumb things. I took all the skin off my back using bricks by accident. I was using a kid toy set in Australia called a flying fox. I'll get a photo up of it, and I was too short to actually use it. So I stacked some bricks to try and use as like a ladder or whatever to get me taller. And just as I went to swing across the thing, my hands let go and I basically took all the skin off my back in one go.
There's a musician that's Australian named Paul Kelly, and he did a song called I've Done All the Dumb Things, which is really good.
That's a flying fox toy thingy in Australia. So that little handle at the top, I was trying to grab onto that, and I was just too short, and I slipped, and I took all the skin from just above my butt all the way to my shoulders. One fell swoop, took it all off.
Blah.
Or scraped the top layer off on the bricks.
Yeah, hello nerve damage. Ashley
Yeah,
had...
I've done tons of nerve damage all over the body. It's great fun.
That's fantastic. Like
I said, no broken bones. I don't know how.
I know, Rogue. We've all been through some wars and survived. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, like I said, I just don't know how I've done all that without any broken bones.
And I would love to see a picture of you, Rogue, on that 2005 Harley. I would love to see that. I don't know how we survived. I guess God's grace and mercy. Or Buddha's grace and mercy. Or the universe's grace and mercy.
We were given many opportunities to prove that we are not actually that dumb.
That's true.
We're given character development arcs.
Oh my gosh. Amy, have you ever seen the dome-shaped climbing thing?
Is it like they got...
Yeah.
It's like it's like a little geodome thing, and Amy launched herself off of that and bleeding from the head on a playground freaks people out. It does. It does freak them out.
I didn't do this. It happened to my dad when he was a kid. He was playing in his school playground. They were playing chasings, and there was one of those old wooden seesaws, and he was running near it, and he had been tagged by someone pushed, and it smacked right underneath his eye, and his eye popped out of the socket.
Oh, my friend did that.
Oh my god. Oh.
Not her eye popped out. Not exactly what happened to him, but she was climbing up a house that was being built. We were playing hide and seek, and she went to kick off and get in the house, and she hit her head, and it just whoop.
Oh my god. Ugh. I'm making all the good faces tonight.
We have all the good stories to give all the good faces.
I know. All the good stories. That's right, Samantha. We got immunity from drinking out of the garden hoses.
I mean,
yeah.
I've got stories even from my stepdad that he's told me from when he was in the Navy, depending on how vulgar you like. It's not the most vulgar, but had a apparently one of his crewmates, they were in Singapore having a party, and there was this wooden deck, and this guy was dared to nail his nutsack to it, and he did.
Okay.
And they apparently, to take him to the hospital, they had to cut the piece of wood out and then basically take him in the ambulance with the piece of wood still stuck onto his nuts. Why anyone would do that, I don't know.
I don't know. Why? I was at there was a party, and I wasn't there for this party. It's a freaky thing, and somebody was there to put a radish in their butt, and then they ate it,
Oh!
Why?
Why would a guy nail his nuts to a deck? I mean, just people do weird shit at parties.
Party.
Was the person putting the radish in their ass a male as well?
Yes.
So it's the downfall of men, really.
Yeah, it's men. Men. That's right. Butt radish. Yeah, Amy. He didn't live that down. Like, that guy never lived that down.
Matter of fact, I'm going to call him tonight and tell him.
He's dead from alcoholism.
Oh, that's good.
He was
used to shoving things in the butt. He butt chugged and died. Oh no.
He was interesting. Kentucky parties are wild. And Rogue said they had put stabilizing wheels on her Harley because she was so short. Oh, that's so precious.
That is cute. That is cute.
That's precious.
I love it.
Kentucky parties are wild. Man, in our youth, we used to do some stupid stuff. But I never nailed any part of my body to any lumber.
No, I haven't done it. I kind of have unintentionally. I impaled my foot into an old rusty nail. My stepdad, electrician and builder, he had an old rusty nail sitting around.
That's my... Oh, what is it doing? That's my mom and dad on a Harley.
Oh, that's cute.
They're late 70s. They got on my nephew's Harley.
That's awful cute. My uncle had a motorcycle, and he rode. The first time I rode on a motorcycle was on gravel, which, if you know anything about motorcycles, motorcycles on gravel is a bad idea.
Yeah.
It is like Jim Rose's sideshow. Have you ever heard Jim Rose's sideshow, James?
No, I don't think so.
It was an American troupe of people who did, like, it was a freak show. And, like, there was, like, someone who would, put a weight, a thing through their nose and lift weights and things. Okay. And I know a guy who used to people would staple money to his skin with a staple gun, and just all kinds of freaky stuff, like eating light bulbs and crap like that.
Again, my trick was dislocating joints and shit on command.
Yeah, I'm sure. And Amy had a bunch of New York parties, or actually had New York City parties, so the bikers would call them training wheels until I reminded them I didn't have to hold my bike up at stops. And the guy with puzzle pieces that ate weird shit, yeah. His name is, I know it, because it's a guy whose body's covered by puzzle pieces, tattoo-wise. Like, his entire body is covered in puzzle pieces. He's very famous. I can't remember what his name is.
I used to eat plastic as a child, so I kind of relate to him.
I used to eat match heads. Like sulfur match heads. That's weird. I don't know why. I just did.
I find some plastics taste like strawberry to me, so as a child I would enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure he came into Sparks. I'm sure he did. Sparks was a pretty wild alternative bar that we had here in town, and they would have BDSM shows and all kinds of
fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. I didn't go to Sparks that much because I was in recovery most of the time that Sparks was open, but I did go occasionally. It was a good place to go dance.
I never really was into the whole clubbing scene. I spent maybe half a year after turning 18 going to clubs because 18 is the legal drinking age here in Australia. Right. There's a couple of clubs that I went to. There's not really many that I really enjoy the atmosphere of. I'm very particular with that. I just don't really like when alcohol is involved in group situations. It tends to never be an enjoyable thing for me. It's just a personal thing.
Right. Yeah, Jamie, I was a big time Discovery goer. Discovery, we call it the Disco Very, was a gay club that would let us in underage because 21 is the drinking age here. And so we would be 15, 16, 17, 18, and under 21 getting in the club so we could dance, and they would have cheap drink nights, and just it was a blast.
I've heard, isn't there clubs in America that obviously
going Joe?
Yeah, I gotta go. Love you guys.
Love you. Bye, Jason. Bye, Joe.
Bye.
No, isn't there like clubs where obviously drinking age is 21, but you can access them if you're 18? You just have to have like a wristband or something like that?
Right. Here they call it a cabaret license.
Oh, okay.
In different states, it's different in different states, but here there's a cabaret license. And but this Discovery didn't have a cabaret license. They just let us get in because our money was good, and they had the best dance music. It was so awesome. They had a stainless steel dance floor that was raised off the ground, and they had a whole wall of mirrors, and on the opposite wall of the mirror was a brick wall that had a flashing sign that said "hot" in neon letters. It was so much fun.
I wish there's only one gay bar in the whole of Tasmania that I'm at least aware of, and I've been there once or twice. Did not enjoy it. It's not the nicest place in general. Like, it's overall the way it's run. Pretty much anything goes as long as no one complains. So there's been like all sorts of weird things that happen there. People having all sorts of group orgies and shit. And
right.
I'm like, I get it. I just don't want that. If I'm going out clubbing and shit, if I want to see that, I can just watch porn at home.
Right. Yeah, there was a level that was a discovery that was for people that were friends of the owner that were like, into their scene, and they would have all that kind of stuff in this like upper level that the regular people couldn't go to.
But it was pretty much anything goes, even on the main dance floor, as long as no one like really made a big deal about it, and people didn't really tend to. So all sorts of wild shit would happen. There was literally a point where I was going to the bathroom and it was supposed to be a locked stall, but apparently it doesn't lock properly, and someone literally just came in trying to literally suck me off while I'm trying to pee. I'm like, no.
Oh, Amy, the underground bar, that was a latex, that was a BDSM club it made the news, like the world, like the whole country, of an underground sex club that was based here, and it was in this basement of some really ancient buildings in town, and they had like a Catherine wheel, and they had a big cross, and all those kind of things, and different things painted on the wall, and it was like a big deal that it was discovered. But it was a bunch of my friends. It was a bunch of my friends.
Just me friends. They're just having a great time. Everyone's just been like all weird about it,
Yeah, it wasn't a bar, but it was called Latex. It was Louisville Area Trust Exchange. So that's it. I mean, it was popular for a minute.
Yeah.
But that was back in the Sparks era.
No, there's only one bar that I enjoy the atmosphere of here in Hobart, at least. It's called Preachers. It's has a bit more of like a homey vibe instead of it being an actual like whole club. It's more like a pub, if that makes sense. It's even more so like a tavern, so it is much more relaxed. You can play like board games and card games they have available there,
right?
And it's quite relaxed compared to most actual like clubs.
Yeah. Oh, Samantha says Indianapolis still has their sex clubs going. Oh, I guarantee you there's Louisville. Louisville has sex clubs that I'm aware exist, but I have no interest in going to. I know people who go to like swinging clubs and stuff like that. That's just not my cup of granola, so to speak. And it's all underground stuff. You have to know someone and all that kind of secret stuff.
Yeah, I'm just not interested in that scene myself either.
No, thank you.
Because I'm sure there is things available in Hobart, whatever is like mainstream, I guess, available. I'm just not interested in. Much rather spend my money, get alcohol, and drink at home if I'm going to have alcohol.
Right. Yeah, I haven't hung out in a bar in a really, really long time, and it's for the best.
You get to choose your own music. You can choose when it all ends. You can choose who's there, how many people. It just is so much better. There is no downsides to being at home.
Exactly. Oh, I'm sure the security is really good, Samantha.
Are you well versed? Samantha? Love that.
Samantha has told me just teeny bits of things, and she's had a wild life and lots of experiences with all kinds of stuff. So nothing would surprise me that Samantha would say.
I'm all for it. Why not?
That's right, Amy. The bars are for the young ones. I've already hung out in bars and listened to bands. I mean, I'll go to a bar to see a band. Like if my friends are in a band and stuff, I'll do that. But it's been a minute since I've even done that.
I've seen one of my favorite and most wanted of all time artists live in concert anyway, so I'm set in that capacity. I saw Red Hot Chili Peppers when they came to Tasmania, so I didn't even have to leave the state.
That's awesome.
It was literally a 20-minute walk away from our home. And Red Hot Chili Peppers were coming here.
That's right. Samantha, I'm going to get you up here sometime, Samantha, and get you to tell some stories, girl. I'm sure it would make a priest blush. Oh, and Ashley used to waitress and hostess at a strip club in college. Oh, yeah. Amy, I remember seeing you at the X show. You had a couple cocktails, but it was so good to see you. I didn't mind at all.
A friend of mine years ago, she tried out being a stripper and dancer at a club in Hobart, and I went with her on her first night. I went just before the whole club was actually opening up as well. I was allowed to come in. I got a private lap dance from one of the other girls there because she liked my shoes. And I'm just like, hell yeah. I heard she was smashing my face into her ass and all sorts. It was fantastic.
Wow. Samantha says she had a priest make her blush in Florida.
I mean, it's Florida at that point.
Yeah. And Rogue's matron of honor was a stripper. All right. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been to strip clubs with a bunch of girls, and I've had boobs in my face. And I've been in strip clubs with guys and had boobs in my face. Strippers just like to put boobs in my face.
I know. I mean, it's my shoes. I had these. They're replica Christian Louboutins. They're covered in iridescent spikes, and in a strip club, the iridescent spikes looked phenomenal, and it was just magical. And I was having great time talking to all the strippers because for me, I see it more like a sport, like pole dancing in general is a sport, and I equally love and appreciate the different type of heels a lot of the girls had. So I got popular with the girls just because we were like just having chin wag over their clothing and stuff. I'm like, it looks so good, it's so pretty.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And yeah, and I got a free full-on lap dance over it.
Woo!
So I couldn't complain. It was great fun time. Got to also help settle nerves on my friend who was there trying to work, and she ended up doing a good job. She made some money. Obviously, it wasn't hanging out with me all the time. You can't be just hanging out with one person if you're trying to be there actually to work.
Right.
But I was there from like 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. the whole night, just watching it go down. Yeah, I was dedicated. I went there to help her out. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I just had fun. Got to listen to all the music. I got a couple of free drinks because whenever she would get free drinks bought from her, some of the guys would even notice that I was hanging with her, and they liked the fact that I was actually being there with her to help support her, so they'd buy me drinks too. So I was just getting free drinks for being friends. I'm like, hell yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was a wild night.
Yeah, I bet there are some awesome male pole dancers.
Mm-hmm.
I think anybody who can dance on a pole is pretty talented and strong, because to be able to lift your own weight and flip it around and shimmy and drop and pull yourself up and all that stuff.
There's been two musicians or artists in the last couple of years that I remember who learned to pole dance specifically for like a music video. One was FKA Twigs, if you know of her. She phenomenal music video she created. Then Lil Nas X also did do some pole dancing in his Montero "Call Me by My Name" song and music video. I think it's really cool when people will learn that more so as a sport rather than it to be, even if you are to make money and such, but the fact that it's also equally being recognized that it's a great athletic sport as well. Gets you very, very like strong. All the core strength you need, all the strengths you need everywhere to do the crazy lifts. Like my back hurts just thinking about it.
Yeah, I can't even think of hauling my ass up on a pole. Can't even begin. And one of the strippers Ashley had a pool dance. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
People pay good money for that.
I'll go show you. I still got the fake Louboutins. Hi, Burbs.
Oh, I can't wait to see those.
Yeah, they're all still real leather. They're just not the actual like real Louboutins. So they have actual red bottoms and they're covered in spikies.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah, so I had them on, and apparently the girls liked them.
Well, who doesn't like a spiky shoe that's iridescent and glows in black light and trippy lights and all that stuff? Burbs!
Got two
Burb.
Burb.
Burb's a word. Burb.
Baby the web. But yeah, so those shoes got me free lap dance and all sorts. It was great. Those shoes will forever be kept. They have good memories.
Here's the good times. Tonight is kind of special. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was even the moves that the lady was doing when I got the lap dance. It was crazy. I know a lot of people do things to get momentum before like flipping themselves over, but she was just standing in front of me and then almost folded herself in half with her shoulders landing perfectly on my knees, and then was just like holding herself up instantly. Didn't even have any run up or anything. It was just ridiculous.
Right. Oh, that's right, Samantha. Leather and Spikes usually just does it. Oh, Amy, you're jealous of the birds.
I'm sorry, Amy. Yeah, so my two Bevs, we recently got a new big cage from one of my other friends who had a bird. They used to be in two smaller, separate cages. Decent still size, but that's so much larger. And they
are
seem
they both in the big cage now?
Yeah, they're both in the same cage together. They've been enjoying it. There's been some moments of hilarity. My bird still does not care to try and interact at all. So there's moments where Zach's bird's begging for like attention or head scratches, and my bird's sitting there trying to bask in the sun. And then Zach's bird starts having a temper tantrum because it's not getting love. I'm like, oh my god.
Aww.
They act like siblings more than like anything else.
Oh, bye, Rogue. Have a good evening, sweetheart.
I love birds as well, Amy.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun, but I am going to wrap it up. But I love you guys so much, and thanks for all your stories.
It's a fun time.
It was a fun time. We'll have to talk about more adventures on another evening. But if you didn't know, on September 4th will be the next Stash and Pass on Joe's channel, who was on earlier. And that's a good time. That's 7 o'clock on September 4th, Eastern time. And I love you guys so much. And Amy, you'll have to come back again. It was delightful to have you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you, Amy.
And I love you guys, and have a great night. And we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.